Hello my dear students, in this lecture we are going to see one previous year GATE numerical. This question was asked in GATE 2013 for 4 marks. Right. They have given common data question for question number 1 and question number 2. Now it is based on the actual Brayton cycle. Now the question is, in a simple Brayton cycle, here they have mentioned that the given cycle is Brayton cycle, right? That is gas turbine cycle or also called Joule cycle. Now read the question. In a simple Brayton cycle, the pressure ratio is 8 and the temperature at the entrance of compressor and turbine are 300 Kelvin and 1400 Kelvin. Now pressure ratio is given 8, means Rp is equal to 8. Now temperature at the entry of compressor is nothing but T1. Therefore T1 is equal to 300 Kelvin. And temperature at the end of turbine is, at the entry of turbine entry means T3, which is nothing but 1400 Kelvin. These two temperatures are given. Both compressor and gas turbine have isentropic efficiencies equal to 80%. Here, efficiency of compressor and efficiency of turbine is given 80%, which is nothing but 0.8. Right, this is the efficiency of turbine and compressor. Means it is an actual Brayton cycle in which there are losses in compressor as well as turbine. Again, for the gas, assume the constant value of Cp, specific heat at constant pressure, equal to 1 kJ per kg Kelvin. Now here they have given Cp is equal to 1 kJ per kg Kelvin. After that, and ratio of specific heat, that is gamma, is 1.4. Gamma is equal to 1.4. Then neglect the changes in kinetic and potential energies. Question number 1 is, the power required by the compressor in kilowatt per kg of the gas flow is. Now my dear students, here as Cp is given kilojoule per kg Kelvin, so here the unit must be kilojoule per kg. This may be a printing mistake. Therefore the answer will come in kilojoule per kg. So make a correction in the question that the answer will be in kilojoule per kg. Kilojoule per kg. Right. Now question is, the power required by the compressor in kilojoule per kg of the gas flow is. Now power required by the compressor means work of compression that we have to calculate for the first question for 2 marks. There are 4 options. Now after solution, the answer C will be the correct choice for this question. We will see how the option C will be the correct choice. That solution we are going to see. Here only I am dictating the solution because after the writing given data I am going to erase this question. Now second is the thermal efficiency in percentage. Now for cycle, what will be the thermal efficiency that we have to find. Now here you will find that the thermal efficiency will be 24.8. That is option A will be the correct choice. Now let us solve this question for efficiency and power output from the compressor. Now here one by one, here they have given the actual Brayton cycle. Let us draw the reversible or ideal Brayton cycle. If I say ideal Brayton cycle, in case of ideal Brayton cycle, if I draw temperature versus entropy diagram, on temperature versus entropy diagram, the very first process is reversible adiabatic compression, 1 to 2. 2 to 3 is constant pressure heat supply. 2 to 3 is constant pressure heat supply. 3 to 4 is reversible adiabatic expansion. And 4 to 1 is constant pressure heat rejection. Constant pressure heat rejection. Now this 1, 2, 3, 4 is ideal Brayton cycle. Ideal Brayton cycle without losses in compressor and turbine. Now my dear students, whenever there are losses in compressor, that is 1 to 2, because of this losses or because of this friction in the compressor, temperature at the end of compression will increase. Therefore the actual compression will be 1 to 2 dash, like this. 1 to 2 dash is actual compression. And again 3 to 4 is turbine. And again there are losses in turbine because turbine efficiency is given. Therefore because of friction in turbine, at turbine exit the temperature will be more than isentropic case, that is ideal case. Therefore 4 will go to the 4 dash, like this. 4 dash. And from 4 dash to 1. And also we have seen this in basics, right? In basics also we have seen this cycle, that is in actual turbine cycle. Now here 1, 2 dash, 3, 4 dash is actual cycle, right? Is actual cycle. And my dear students, very first question, question number 1 is power required by the compressor, means work of compression. Now 1 to 2 days is actual compression. We have to calculate actual values. Therefore work of compression is mcp T2 dash minus T1. This will be in kilojoule, but they are asking in kilojoule per kg in first question. Therefore, work of compression in kilojoule per kg is per mass. That is, we have to divide by mass. Therefore, Cp T2 dash minus T1. It is in kilojoule per kg. This is your first answer. Now, second question is efficiency of cycle. Means efficiency actual of the Brayton cycle. Now, efficiency actual is nothing but 1 minus heat rejected, you have a heat supply. 1 minus heat rejected, you have a heat supply. And heat rejected is, my dear students, from 4 dash to 1 is heat rejection, and from 2 dash to 3 is heat supply. Therefore, here we can say heat supply in the cycle. Heat supply in the cycle is equal to mcp T3 minus T2 dash. Actual cycle we have to consider. Right, this is the heat supply, and heat rejected is mcp T4 dash minus T1. Actual cycle we have to consider. Right, and by using this heat supply and heat rejected, find this efficiency actual. Right, therefore we will get efficiency actual is equal to 1 minus heat rejected is mcp T4 dash minus T1 divided by heat supply is mcp T3 minus T2 dash. Therefore, efficiency actual, this is second point, is equal to 1 minus mcp will get cancelled, T4 dash minus T1 divided by T3 minus T2. That already we have seen in theory lectures. Right, these calculations we have to do. Means, my dear students, if I want to find work of compression, I need to calculate T2 dash because T1 is already given and Cp is also given. And if I want to find calculate efficiency of cycle, I have to calculate T2 dash and T4 dash because T3 and T1 are already given. So let us focus on calculation of these temperatures. Right, let us move further. Now, my dear students, we know that process 1 to 2 is reversible adiabatic compression. 1 to 2 I am saying, and 1 to 2 dash is actual compression. Therefore, for 1 to 2 we can apply adiabatic equation. Therefore, for process 1 to 2 we can use adiabatic equation, that is T2 divided by T1 is equal to P2 divided by P1 raised to gamma minus 1 upon gamma. Right, this equation we can use, which is nothing but V1 divided by V2 raised to gamma minus 1. Now, here this P2 divided by P1 is nothing but maximum pressure in the cycle. P2 and P3 are the maximum pressures. P2 is equal to P3 constant pressure process, and T4 and T1 are the minimum pressure, that is T4 is equal to T1. Right, this P2 divided by P1 is called pressure ratio. Therefore, from this we will get T2 is equal to T1 into Rp raised to gamma minus 1 upon gamma. Let us put the values. Therefore, T2 is equal to, for isentropic compression, temperature at the end of compression is T2 is equal to T1 is 300 into pressure ratio is 8 raised to gamma is 1.4. It is given 1.4 minus 1 divided by 1.4. Now, if you solve for T2, we will find that T2 is equal to 543.3 Kelvin. This will be the T2, temperature at the end of isentropic compression. Right. Now, here I am erasing the data. Later we will use these formulas for calculation. Right. Now, let us do the calculation now. Now, my dear students, after calculation of T2, use the efficiency of compressor formula. Now, efficiency of compressor is the thing, but now 1 to 2 dash is compressor, right? And compressor is work consuming device. Therefore, any work consuming device will consume more work in actual cases. That is 1 to 2 dash, it will consume maximum work as compared to isentropic case. Therefore, efficiency of compression is isentropic work of compressor, isentropic work of compressor divided by actual work of compressor, actual work of compressor. This is the efficiency of compressor. Therefore, efficiency of compressor is equal to isentropic work is 1 to 2, which is nothing but mcp T2 minus T1 divided by actual work is 1 to 2 dash. Therefore, it is equal to mcp T2 dash minus T1. Therefore, from this, efficiency of compressor is equal to T2 minus T1, mcp will get cancelled, T2 minus T1 divided by T2 dash minus T1. Now, make a note that always efficiency is less than 100%. It is given 0.8. Therefore, in a numerator there must be a minimum temperature difference, in denominator there must be a maximum temperature difference. Therefore, T2 minus T1 is less than T2 dash minus T1. So simply we can write this. Right, now let us calculate these values. T2 already we have calculated. Now let us put the values and find this efficiency is given, right? Therefore in this formula let us put the values. Efficiency of compressor is given 0.8 is equal to T2. Just now we have calculated 543.3 minus T1 is given 300 divided by T2 dash minus T1 is given 300. Now in this equation only T2 dash is unknown. So let us find this T2 dash. If I solve for T2 dash, I will get 604.12 Kelvin. This will be the temperature at the end of compressor exit, right? At the end of compression, temperature will be T2 dash. Now let us find the first value. That is, first question is what is work of compression, that is power consumed by the compressor. It is Cp T2 dash minus T1, which is equal to Cp is 1, T2 dash is 604.12 minus T1 is 300. Therefore this work of compressor, that is power consumed by the compressor, will be equal to 304.12. It is kilojoule per kg. We have not multiplied with mass, therefore answer will be kilojoule per kg, right? Therefore here for this question option C will be the correct choice. For first question option C will be the correct choice. Now let us go further for second question. Now here letter T2 dash is required. My dear students, this T2 dash is required, right? Let us solve the second question. Now this T2 dash I am writing here somewhere. T2 dash is equal to 604.12 Kelvin. Now the next process, that is 3 to 4, is reversible adiabatic expansion. 3 to 4 is isentropic expansion, we can say isentropic expansion, right? But my dear students, actual expansion is 3 to 4 dash, right? For isentropic expansion we can write T3 divided by T4 is equal to P3 divided by P4 raised to gamma minus 1 upon gamma, gamma minus 1 upon gamma. This is the equation of isentropic expansion. Now from this we can write T4 is equal to, now here P3 divided by P4 is nothing but maximum pressure divided by minimum pressure, which is nothing but pressure ratio. Therefore this T3 divided by pressure ratio raised to gamma minus 1 upon gamma, this will be the T4. Now let us put the values. Therefore T4 is equal to temperature at the end of isentropic expansion, we can say, is equal to T3 is 1400 divided by pressure ratio is 8 raised to 1.4 minus 1 divided by 1.4. Now if I calculate temperature at the end of isentropic compression, then this temperature we will get 773.05 Kelvin. But my dear students, this 4 is not the actual point, this is the isentropic point, right? And actual point is 4 dash, and our target is to find this 4 dash, right? Now for 4 dash, here 3 to 4 is a turbine, 3 to 4 is a turbine, and because of the losses in turbine, that is efficiency of turbine is given, this 4 point is shifting to the 4 dash. So let us consider efficiency of turbine. So let us consider efficiency of turbine. Now my dear students, this T4 is again required later, right? This T4 is again required for us for next calculations, further calculations. Now here the turbine is having losses, therefore we can say efficiency of turbine is equal to, now turbine is a work producing device, and whenever there are losses, the work producing device will produce lesser work as compared to isentropic work. Therefore efficiency of turbine is equal to actual work produced by the turbine divided by isentropic work produced by the turbine, divided by, we can say, isentropic work of the turbine, isentropic work from the turbine. So my dear students, efficiency of turbine is equal to, actual turbine is here, actual turbine is 3 to 4 dash, therefore it is EMCP T3 minus T4 dash divided by isentropic turbine is 3 to 4, therefore EMCP T3 minus T4. Here EMCP will get cancelled, therefore efficiency of turbine will be equal to T3 minus T4 dash divided by T3 minus T4. Now here again simply, as like compressor, we have to write efficiency is always less than 100% as given 0.8. Therefore in numerator lesser difference divided by in denominator more difference, maximum difference. Therefore T3 minus T4 dash is less than T3 minus T4. So ratio properly adjust the ratio. Therefore if I simplify this, efficiency of turbine is given 0.8 is equal to T3 is 1400 minus T4 dash we have to calculate divided by T3 is 1400 minus T4 we have calculated 773.05. From this only T4 dash is unknown. So if we simplify this, then we will get T4 dash is equal to 898.44 Kelvin. This will be the temperature at the end of turbine for actual case, right? So this temperature is also required, right? Here T2 dash is also required and T4 dash is also required. Here it is T2 dash, right? Now my dear students, the second point is to calculate efficiency of this gas turbine. Now for this turbine or for this total cycle, the efficiency is nothing but, just now at the start of lecture we have derived one formula. Efficiency of this cycle, that is Brayton cycle, is equal to 1 minus T4 dash minus T1 divided by T3 minus T2 dash. This is will be the formula. This is the result. Now second point we are going to calculate. Therefore efficiency of this Brayton cycle is equal to 1 minus, now T4 dash we have calculated 898.44, T1 is given 300 divided by T3 is given 1400 minus T2 dash we have calculated 604.12. Now let us calculate efficiency. From this calculation you will get 0.248, right? This will be the efficiency. That means in percentage efficiency of Brayton cycle will be equal to 24.8%. Therefore here 24.8 is your answer. Therefore option A is correct choice. Thank you dear students. In next lecture we will see one more numerical on this topic.